What's up traders, welcome to live streaming from Forex Trading Wizard Academy. This is Forex Wizard trading coach. I will be doing a live trading session, live analysis and live discussion about every aspect of trading. As a first day of trading week, as you can see, we see that very predictable movement in the market. Now, as you know that this is the NFP week, so very volatile week. There is a lot of trading opportunity. Last week and first week of the month is always volatile. So let's see how we can find trading opportunity in this market. Any trade coming along the way, definitely we'll be opening if there is anything, and we'll be analyzing all of them, all the pairs that we are trading, as well as you can let us know which one you are looking at in the live chat. I'll try to cover all the questions that coming along the way. So before I begin, give a big thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't done yet. So let's begin with gold, and then I'll look at euro, dollar yen. As you can see, yen looks very volatile, very weaker. We see that significant movement on yen pairs. So we'll be first looking at gold, and then I'll jump onto the yen pairs, and then we'll be looking at other USD pairs. So looking at gold, first of all, lower time frame, we see that there are quite a few dramatic movement, and early today we had a trade on gold as well as expected. So I want to see more trade coming along the way. So first of all, let's quickly look at the daily chart, how gold has done. Now from the daily, today's candle, you can see once the market open, it's in a narrow range, but we see that so far a bit more downside. We saw initially has come to the daily 20 EMA and then has gone back up again to the daily opening and closing area, and from that zone we saw that in fact gold again trying to drop. So still the price action on the lower time frame is a little bit directionally not fully clear. So if you look at the 4-hour time frame, you can see that from the lower time frame, this is where you saw that the market, after hitting this swing low from this level, there was so far significant movement, and early today we have seen that pull back to the downside, and then the price again pushing to the upside. Now from this level, now there are two probability. We still could see a bit more upside because we saw that there was a spike, but from that spike, instead of dropping, we saw the bulls to control, and with that control, now if we look at the 1-hour chart, okay, we see that this is a previous support level here, okay, which is turning resistance here, and previous support turn resistance, this level, all right, is what we see that the price, we could see the market is going up, hitting that resistance line, which is a probability to happen, still not sure the direction which way it is heading. Based on the price action, we will be looking to enter, but so far we saw that a spike here to the upside, and now it is retesting this level. Now from there, it is possible for gold to have a bounce to the upside. Now if we look at 15 minutes time frame, we see that there was a drop here initially. We have seen with this long wick candle, and the price has has a bounce to the upside. So as our trading time on gold is mostly 5 minutes and 15 minutes, let's coming back to the lower time frame. Now one thing we need to keep in mind is that this is the monthly, last day of the month, so monthly closing is getting very important for this day. Let's look at the monthly. It will give us a bit more clearer information which way gold might be heading. Now this is the monthly close, created a higher low and also higher high. What I think that before the monthly close, we might see a bit more downside, and then we could see even going up to close somewhere here. I think that monthly close might be in that zone, okay, in that 1958 1960 zone. So you could see some bullish and bearish move all throughout the day. So I will be looking at again on the lower time frame. See, the trading in fact comes with a very short term, with a very short period, and then we take the trade. So quickly looking at, this is the trade that you have seen in our pre-London session live. This is what we are discussing, that gold is form a 4-hour middleman, and then we could see a drop. Now with this 4-hour middleman, gold has had a drop. You can see it almost came to 1950 level, and so we had open a trade in that zone. From that level, with the spike, we took the profit, and then the price started to move up again. We took 50%. The 50% has gone break even, but which is still a good profit. Now back to back three after this one also a mini win, which is starting of the week with a winning trade, is definitely has given us a good confidence for the upcoming trades. So now what I think that you can see in this 5 minutes time frame is trying to form a head and shoulder here. Now with this head and shoulder, I think that we could see a bit more downside in this local time frame. All right, and then we could see when a break of the swing low, and then we can look for buying. So it will absolutely will depend on the current time price action, because price action is the key. Price action will tell you exactly which way the market might be heading. So we'll be waiting for the price action confirmation, and I want to know from you guys also, what do you think, which way gold is heading? Let us know in the live chat. Also your opinion will be able to help to determine what's your opinion on gold. What do you think, which way gold is heading? I hope that now guys you can see me clearly and hear me. Let me know any question. Tony, good afternoon coach, thank you very much. Sakib, good afternoon coach. Good afternoon, thank you. Good afternoon coach, thank you very much. Good morning sir, have a nice week, thank you very much. Mustafa, I had a nice week. I hope that you guys also had a nice week. AUD CAD, good evening sir. GBP AUD, sir, we look at GBP USD. Yeah, absolutely, I'll be looking at that. Nayar, Mansoor, good evening. Lucio, good afternoon boss. Gbpusd, thanks. Yeah, so let's quickly look at GJ, because we saw that yen is very volatile, and we have seen that GBP and dollar yen is very volatile. Looking at, first of all, I'll be looking at GBP and then we will be looking at dollar yen. So GBP first of all, let's look at the daily time frame. Now probably you have seen my analysis on GJ yesterday on TradingView, and GBP this is the daily chart, and what we saw that GBP from the daily perspective, after creating back-to-back 2 days of narrower candle, today we have seen that GJ had a significant bounce to the upside, which is very predictable. Now if I draw a level here on GBP we see that this is a very important support level on GJ, also acting here as a support, and from that level we have seen that GBP had a significant bounce to the upside. Now what we see that this is the previous resistance and this is the support level, and the price you can see 10 and 20 EMA, and after crossing them has gone up today. Now with the weakness on DXY, yen JPY, not DXY, they look similar, JPY, DXY, at the end is Y, but their JPY is weaker. Okay, so JPY, there is a bullish move on GBP because there's some fundamental change in JPY, and because of that we saw that BOJ has some important decision. There are some story on that. So because of that we saw that JPY got weaker, and because of the weakness in JPY we saw that all the JPY pairs started to bounce to the upside, which was predictable in fact, because if you look at this JPY index, this is what I was looking at early. Now JPY index, this is the daily candle. You can see with this JPY there was significant liquidity grab, and from that significant liquidity grab there was a bearish engulfer. That's a massive drop on JPY. Now with this rejection today, after a little pullback, we saw that the market started to drop, and at this point, as you know, going back to the GBP JPY, because JPY is bearish, means most of the JPY pairs, you know, against JPY, they will get stronger. So GJ is a long-term bull market, and as the price, you can see this is a very important swing low is broken here, and the price gathered strong liquidity and formed this bullish movement to the upside. Now with this bullish move, I think that hopefully you guys can see me. Let me put it a bit up. Okay, so with this bullish move on GBP JPY, creating series of higher low in that area, there is a bounce. Now this is the daily candle, which is significantly bullish, and with this bullish candle, I think that GJ, after little pullback, we can expect the price to continue to rise to the upside. So this is, for me, you can see it's an inverted head and shoulder here on GBP JPY. Now with this inverted head and shoulder, the price has broken to the upside, and what we could see a pullback on the lower time frame and continuation to the upside. Now if we look at a weekly time frame, always looking at bigger pictures is the key to be, you know, to be very good at technical analysis. Is the multi time frame, you know, either trading on 5 minutes, 15 minutes, you know, 1 hour chart, whatever time frame. Normally, you know, the rule of thumb that I use is 2 time frame higher, always looking at, for example, if I'm trading on 4 hour, looking at daily 2 to 3 time frame, daily, monthly, weekly. If trading on 5 minutes, probably not necessarily needed to look at monthly, but looking at 15 minutes, 4 hour daily will be more than enough. So looking at multi-time frame will give you a clear idea, because you see that more often the trend on 5 minutes or 15 minutes, if you see the bullish, you'll see that the higher time frame, you know, trend is bearish. So the advantage of knowing it, let's say you are trading on 5 minutes and you saw a nice looking bullish trend, but the higher time frame is bearish. So what's the advantage is that when you can align higher time frame with the lower time frame, this is where very profitable trading opportunity comes, because higher time frame always is dominant in the market. So with that said, GBP/JPY is a long-term bull market. As you can see from the weekly, this is a weekly candle, a bullish candle on GBP/JPY. Now with this weekly bullish candle, the price is still maintaining the long-term bullish market structure. So there is an impulse correction. The price is creating series of higher high and higher low. Now quite a few weeks of consolidation from this level. We saw the GJ so far. This is the weekly candle. First day of trading week, it starts a move. Now as we see that this move is aligning with the bigger trend, I think that GJ will continue to rise to the upside, okay, so which is a very high probability to happen to the upside. Now if we look at the daily on GBP/JPY, we can see that from the daily perspective, which is a bullish market structure, very clearly seen. There is an impulse here, correction, impulse. We can expect for a correction and then impulse and then continuation to the upside. Now from the 4-hour perspective on GJ, we can see that this is where we saw a very aggressive move last day of trading week. This move is because of the fundamental that we have seen that BOJ has taken some actions, and that's the representation of this price action and a narrow pullback, and we have seen another impulse to the upside. Now at this point it's coming down for a pullback, and we saw that there was a very long consolidation in that area on GJ. This is the resistance here, which is turning support. And if we look at 1-hour chart, that we see that it has made a significant movement. We can expect a pullback, especially along this 20 EMA and along this resistance turn support. Can look for potential bullish trading opportunity on GBP/JPY. So let's see how it goes. Give a big thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't done yet. Let's quickly look at now. So GJ will be look for bullish trading opportunity as soon as it comes along the way. So let's go back to gold to see, guys, how it is doing. Now we saw that gold, I think gold has triggered liquidity here and still trying to maintain this bullish market structure. Let me see. Okay, so with this drop, gold from the 1-hour chart, so there is a doji, the price has crossed this low and then forming that. So locally, what we see that locally gold is trying to maintain still a bullish structure, okay, still maintaining locally bullish structure. So as you can see from the daily, gold is just on the daily opening and closing. Now as you know, you can see the price triggered a liquidity, so that is still propelling that price to the upside here, right? So we'll be discussing that, and you know, liquidity is the key. So if you understand that, I'm sure that every one of you will be able to pick some trade that will really worth taking and will pay you off. Let me give you an example. You see this trade, that this one was open on Friday early. You saw that the one that we have opened during the news is one here, okay? So let's review that trade. You know, guys, it is important that you have heard of that, you know, always said that keep a trading journal is only because so that you can go back, review the trade, because this is how we can train our brain to remember what trade really worked out well, so that you can, you know, double down it. This is the goal of trading, the valuable time you're spending is to double down your account. So let's look at the trade that we have opened in our last New York session live. That 5 minutes, what did I look at, so that you can understand it straight away. So make sure guys you give a big thumbs up and stick till the end of the session. I want to see that this kind of trade again we take more and more. Now you can see so that how fast normally when the market will show its hand, it's very visible. Now when we were in a buy trade that time, you remember that this was talking about, and I straight away closed the trade at entry on the buy trade, because what did I looked at? See, every thought I thought I'm sharing with you so that you can understand that how I thought that time. What did I think in that moment that I remember, so that you can guys can understand it, and also you can copy if you like. So when this candle has formed, all right, if you review my last NY session live, you will understand this is the word that I said, that there is a strong rejection here. So what that means is that when you see that a strong vertical move and then straight down is a sign of a reversal. You can note down if you some of you might love to take some notes, that helps, or if you have a sharp memory, you can remember. Keep in mind that when you see, let's say, a trend, especially not straight away, let's say if you see that a trend is like that, going couple of waves and suddenly a straight move up, straight move down, and then little consolidation or doji, it's a sign of reversal, and reversal happen like that. Now what happened here in this local time frame on the 5 minutes, you can see there is a wave correction. So there is a trend here, quite a few waves has happened, and then straight vertical up and then a straight down. So that gave me an idea of potential reversal. Another thing that I looked at is here, you see that the price couldn't create a new higher high. This is a very, very crucially important point. You'll see that in a trending market, if you see that the price couldn't create a new higher high, chances that the price will try to create a lower low. I will give you a higher time frame and lower time frame example how it does. So just to keep in mind, let's say a market is trending, creating series of higher high. You see the creating series of higher high and higher low, so which is a healthy trending market. But what if the market failed to do that? Okay, did something like that, that's even not that much. So that's the, if it drops back, that's the sign that this trend is exhausted, and anytime it could reverse. But it's still trading with the trend is the best. That's why just guessing is not a good idea. Let's say when you see that happen, not by guessing, but it's a caution. For example, when we trade with the trend, you know that when to enter, but when you see this, you know that this trend might going to reverse, so you might be able to stay cautious about taking further trade to the upside. And then afterwards we saw the second confluence is this, a strong rejection, and then look at the next one is a, you see the doji, and that's the sign. This is where we have closed that our running trade at that moment, because I was seeing the potential reversal. It's a head, okay, left shoulder and the right shoulder with a long wick, and then the news been released, all right, and then you can see what happened. That's a massive liquidity grab on the 5 minutes time frame, and that's why we have opened the position, right? So we do have a strategy to trade this kind of trade, and you can see that we have extended our TP target. So we saw that most of the time we sometimes reduced the TP target, now we extended, and in fact it came well below And then once I finished that live, some of you remember, once I finished this live, I had another trade that I posted on the VIP when I was watching the chart after the live session. This is the trade that was sent out. Let me show you. With entry, stop loss and take profit target on Friday in my zone in the morning. You can see exactly from here when it came here, get a reversal. We took a reversal trade that has given us around, early today we closed the trade with around 1500 points profit on that. So this is the VIP trade that we have with this gap opening when the price was reversing from here, and that has gone now. After this live session we had another one. There was a spike here. You have seen that has given us, we could take, it's just so fast that the spike. We had a target here for the next one. This one is today's trade here, and if we look at today's trade also we can look at that. So discussing that, understanding that will help you to grow also as a trader. It's important that you try to take. So the one that we have done just early today in London session is this one. So we have sold again at 1954.70, stop loss 1956.40, TP target at 1949.82. so it was so fast that we couldn't take the full profit. I took only 1.5 times, which is pretty good start in the beginning of trading week. And the reason I have opened this one here is from that 4-hour middleman that we discussed during the live session today. And afterwards, in fact, gold started to move to the upside. Now with gathering liquidity here on gold, you can see that bullish move again. We see that it's strengthening on gold. Let's see. With the monthly closing, so gold is still maintaining bullish market structure as expected from bigger picture on the weekly analysis. So what I think that now it's in fact heading to that neckline of this support down resistance here. What do you think, guys? Let me know in the live chat. So in the meantime, guys, you have seen that this is the trade, quite a few trades that we have open. Also, you can join us if you want to be part of the trading community. You have seen all the trades that I open. Also, I shared with the VIPs, and also as you have seen quite a few live trades also. I would recommend you to join if you want to speed up your learning and growing as a trader. Once you are our member, you will be access to all the trades that I am opening, all the strategies that I am using, and also you will be able to access all the trading tools, indicators, all that I am using. And also you can be part of a VIP chat group. So link in the description area for the website. So once you are on the website, click join now button. You will be able to access everything. Any question, don't hesitate to ask the live agent on the website. I will be able to help you any question that you have. So let's see now. We see that gold from this level had a bounce. Now this 1 hour candle, what I see that crossed this low, it's a liquidity candle. Okay, so as AUD news coming tomorrow, I think ultimately this is where what's happening. Gold is heading to that resistance level. very likely that it's gonna go up and hitting that resistance zone. So that's from here. So this is why when I saw that rejection, this is a manipulation. Okay, if you are not sure about the manipulation, probably you're beginning as a trader, let me know. Sometimes it's good to discuss what's the term that we use here. That will be also helpful to you. So thank you. Thank you, Kakulan. Hello, Kakulan. Thank you very much. Justin, good evening, sir. Good evening. Good evening, coach. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Good evening. Thank you very much. Good afternoon, coach. So, what do you think about Euro and ZD? Okay, we'll be discussing that. Euro and ZD. We saw there's some weakness on Euro. We'll be looking at that. Gold is still bearish. I think gold is gonna find some rest on 1942. Okay, so we'll be looking at that. Okay, just think, please predict gold, sir. Gold, yeah, just think what I see that gold, what we see that gold is highly likely we could see that neckline is being tested. As we saw that with this liquidity grab, the price again has made another impulse, and with that impulse, I think very likely that gold will be at least at 1973. So I think it's still around 1000 points possible to go to the upside, because with this neck, with this inverted, or it's a head and shoulder, with this head and shoulder, the price has broken down, and this neckline, this is a smart money zone, which is a very common to be tested, very important level support, okay, to be tested as a resistance, and from that zone you could see that gold again reverting back. So for me, there is a very high probability that locally is still going up. With this price action, we see this strong momentum. Thank you for insight on Gbpusd. Yeah, we'll be looking at that on dollar yen also. Thank you for that. Please, gold, sir. Yep. Turn on, coach. Hello, traders. I think gold is going bullish. Yeah, that's what we see. Coach, gold again. Yeah. Euro AUD. We'll be looking at that. I thought the Euro week will be looking at that currently. What happened? You can see the market sentiment changes very fast. So we need to be pretty, always very analytical, what I can say, before making a decision. The more analysis, less trading is always good. But we do open quite a few trades, you have seen that. So being patient is the key to be profitable as a trader. Thank you very much. I think we can. Okay, so Kakulan, you think that 1979 on the neckline? Yeah, might be very highly likely that gold will reach that zone, and then we could see that reversal. And because it's a trend line and very important level of resistance, so yeah, potentially we could see movement and then reversal, Mustafa, after. Yeah, I think 1979 1980 zone is the crucial point here. Now here highly likely it will cross that 1979, and yeah, so this is the zone that could be gold is heading to a high probability. Can you explain further manipulation? Okay, so manipulation, we'll be discussing that. All right, it's a very important point that you know the term, you know how the market moves. That will give you a big understanding the mechanism behind the market momentum. Good morning, coach. Any thought on GBP AUD? We'll be looking at UD CHF. Good day, coach. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Coach, what do you think about EuroCAD? Yeah, I think EuroCAD, I saw that some downside movement. Euro NCD, yeah. So yeah, we got some idea on gold looks like that potentially bullish. Now let's look at the point of manipulation that Derek asked. It's also a very important to look at. First of all, you know that manipulation word itself carries a little bit of negative connotation, but let's look at from a different perspective. You know, the perspective is very, very important, and I believe that it's also important from our day-to-day life. So if we look at anything from perspective, it gives a very good understanding. So what is a perspective? Let's see that point. You see that there is, let's say there is a ball, a football, or any kind of soccer ball, right? Let's say like this. I couldn't draw a circle properly. Let's assume that ball here. Now drawing 3D sometimes is hard here, but let's assume that it's a soccer ball, okay? And each compartment has a different color, okay? This is red, this is blue, this is green, this is yellow, pink, purple, right? Sky color, different colors. If it is a 3D big circle and having a different color with a different shape, then what will happen? If someone look at from this point, will see that, okay, that's red here. And if that person look at only this part, excluding whole thing, because he may not see this part is on the back, might think that this is actually, this ball is a, let's say a red. If he sees red here, he or she will think that it's a red. But if you look at from this point, you will see it's a completely different picture, might be yellow, right? So perspective is when you see the bigger picture. Let's say you see from the top, and then you can see all of them, okay, red, yellow, blue, and then you understand that actually this man looking at from only one angle, this man looking at only from another angle, and ultimately it's a combination of many things. So similarly, when you see the manipulation has happened, if we look at from different perspective, we understand that actually it's needed for the movement of the market, because when it happens, it creates a strong momentum in the market that propels the price to move forward. So the best way as a trader is to understand it and then use it in your trading in your own favor. So that's what is the first thing. So what is a manipulation? Now then let's understand that manipulation is needed, or it doesn't have any, like, either it's neither negative or not positive. It's the way the market moves. So this is the first thing. Secondly, now if we understand it, then how we can use that in our trading is to wait. Firstly, when you know that when the manipulation is happening, you know that there will be a movement, and always when there is a manipulation, most of the time you will see the price will move opposite direction of the trend. Now there are some symptoms that you will understand when the manipulation is happening. The symptom is like, for example, when you see a very sharp spike within a very short period of time, that's in most likely you'll see that it's a manipulation, except the news. So news is a different, but without major news, if you see that sudden movement within a very short period of time, it's a manipulation. This is why you see that this gold trade that we have opened early today is closed just before it goes to the stop loss, because this is where I when I send the trade, I also open. It's a hard-earned money, I know that, and I keep watching for update. And this is the trade that opened, and you can see gold closed 50%, move, stop loss at entry. Immediately when I saw this manipulation, some of you have taken a good profit, I know, because it moved well below, almost nearly the TP target came to us, and then it started to move up. So it became so fast that even I couldn't take the full profit. I took only 1.5 times profit. So you sold at 1954.7, stop loss 90, very tight stop loss, TP target 1949. Now if you look at the 5 minutes, then you will see there, see how fast it was, and then immediate rejection to the upside with a long wick doji. That's the sign of manipulation. And also when you see this kind of level across, so when in our pre-London session live also I discussed, when you see a long candle hit such an important level, it's a sign of rejection, it's a sign of reversal. So when you see, let's say, a very important key level, very sudden drop with a long wick candle and immediate rejection, that's a manipulation. High probability, nothing is guaranteed in trading, as you know very well. So from that level you can see, in fact, the prices. And when I saw this, because I was watching, it's something that as a trader also we need to understand it, because before the candle close, it's not possible for you to understand how the candle will close. Let's say when this 5 minutes candle closed, you know that there has been a sharp rejection, there was a liquidity grab or the manipulation, and that's gonna reverse. But when the price even here and this candle is, let's say, 1 minute gone, how can you understand that this likely to be a manipulation? Is the symptom. The symptom is when you see this kind of important level, liquidity zone, hit by a long wick candle with a sharp, like a very sharp rejection. That's the sign of manipulation, and that's a liquidity grab. So we can update our trade, we can even take a reversal trade, and by understanding that everyone we have a strategy to trade this kind of things as well. So this is where we closed the trade and took that profit, and from that zone, in fact, it had a massive rejection to the upside, as you can see. So let's say this is how the liquidity grab happened, and that's the real smart money trading. See, this manipulation is done by smart money, is the bank has done the manipulation. And if you want to understand what is SMC or SMT, this is what I discussed, that this is what smart money trading. Smart money trading means that when smart money trading the market, so when there is a manipulation, is basically the smart money traded the market. And that's the simplest way to understand the smart money trading. Give a big thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you find value in it. There is a lot of content that will be coming up. And also if you want to join a regulated broker, our recommended broker is Trade. They are regulated, so you can use Trade, link in the description, and also I'm giving a link in the live chat. So This is the link has given on the live chat. You can click the link and then register for free. Start trading with a regulated broker, and you can use that partner code Wizard. That will give you 20% bonus on your account when you are registering if you are in an eligible country. So I will always recommend to trade in a regulated broker, and also if you already have registered, I would recommend you to start trading with even a smaller account. Will help you to learn trading with a regulated broker in a live account. Thank you for that. So let's quickly look at what opportunity currently we have, and we see that there is another bullish candle. There has been significant movement on gold. So this 1 hour candle so from this zone we might see a bit more liquidity there, but it is now bullish locally gold. Okay, so we see that gold is potentially bullish. We'll be looking to enter as soon as we will find a very good entry. All right, so in the meantime, let's quickly look at some other pairs that giving us an opportunity. As in 10 minutes there is a candle close coming. I will be looking at also AUD USD, guys. As you can see, AUD USD, tomorrow there is a very important news coming up on AUD USD, and there is a bullish middleman on AUD USD, and from that zone we have seen that bullish price action. If we look at the daily, from the weekly and from the monthly, look, this is the monthly candle, and as there is a month, see, always month higher time frame close is very, very important. When you see the market is, you know, the monthly close coming up or weekly close coming up, the market become very volatile. And with this monthly bullish candle, this is a monthly bullish candle on AUD USD, which is closing in just how many hours? 8 hours later. I think that AUD USD, the bulls might try to create a new higher high. The reason is, if you look at this monthly price action on AUD USD, you can see every month the price is creating series of higher low, which is a bullish market structure. And this monthly candle, what we see that it is a bullish candle. Okay, so there is a long wick at the bottom and there is a long wick at the top, healthy body. And what I think that AUD USD may continue to rise to the upside to create a new higher high. So after closing of this candle, I think that AUD USD might try to fill that long wick at the top. If we look at the weekly, you can see after breaking this weekly low here, AUD USD from this level had a bounce. So this is the bounce here on AUD/USD, and I think that the price might continue to rise, and you might see that the price is feeling that long wick here on AUD/USD. Now looking at the daily, from the daily perspective, we see that there is a sharp rejection to the downside to this level. This is the previous support level here, and also support level here, and from that support we saw that AUD/USD had a bounce. Now at this point, what we see that, you see, this is the daily long wick candle here, and there is an imbalance in that zone on AUD/USD. Okay, so very highly likely that in this move now, because there is a news coming up tomorrow, AUD/USD could continue to rise to that resistance and even could break to the upside. So let's look at for the lower time frame. Now you can see after forming this double bottom, AUD/USD start to travel to the upside. Now for me, you can see this candle is closing 4 minutes from this time, and all those candles are strongly bullish. The price is above 4-hour 20 EMA. We might see here doji, even we could see double doji or a pullback, and then we can look for an entry with a tight stop loss with at least 3-to-1 reward to risk to this resistance level. I think that AUD/USD may continue to rise. That's in fact propelling gold price to the upside, as AUD/USD and gold almost move in the same direction. Okay, so we see that AUD/USD also potentially bullish. So AUD/USD gold bullish means that from there we understand euro dollar, Gbpusd, and NZD/USD, all of them potentially showing bullish, and we could see that movement to the upside on all of them. All right guys, so let's see how it goes, and any trade coming along the way definitely will be opening here, or if I am on the not live on the VIP, will be opening too. You can join us if you want to trade all of them with us. I do share all my trades, including as you have back-to-back 3 gold trades so far. In the last 3 gold trade only alone, all of them. So the one that we did on Thursday, we had gain 140 pip. The last one that we did 150 pip, and the one that we did on London session today also around 1.5%. so you can see all of them. If you are our lifetime member, you can see all the trades that I am opening, and also you can access all the trading tools that we have. You can be part of the trading community where other traders are trading. I would recommend you to join if you really want to speed up your learning. And any question, don't hesitate to ask the live agent. Isaiah is there on the website. She will be able to help you any question that you have. So now let's move on to some other instrument, including the indices and other pairs. In the meantime, just keep in mind guys that to be profitable, there has to be a synchronization between technical aspect, fundamental, as well as trading psychology. How many of you are keeping up with the trading psychology? Trading psychology is an integral part of trading, and also drink a lot of water, because water will help you to stay always healthy. So when if you want to be a profitable trader, this is the most important part, that you need to develop a very sound trading psychology. It's a part of profitable trading, and to develop a trading psychology, in fact, one must practice it. I know that in the beginning it's a bit hard, but it is important that you keep up. Let me know in the live chat, what do you think, what makes you, or what's stopping you from being a profitable trader? What part of trading psychology that you need to work on? Shall we look at Gbpusd? I will be looking at that, absolutely. Gbpusd coach, thank you very much. How do I know a false breakout? Very good question. We'll be discussing at that as well. So please answer JPY. So give anything or any pair. Yeah, Dr. Vinal, absolutely. Thank you very much. We'll be looking at that. US30, Mohanad, yeah, we'll be looking at the EuroCAD. Okay, so we see a candle close. Let's see other instrument, how they are doing. Venture portal, euro dollar. Yep, I'll be looking at that. Euro dollar. Okay, from Pakistan, over trading. Okay, over trading, or it's a very common. Let me know what else you think that is stopping you from being a profitable trader. Okay, as the candle closed, let me see. There is a candle close, and I just look at all of them. So you see that EuroCAD has a very strong bearish price action from this level. There is a this is the resistance, support, turn resistance here, guys, and from that level we saw that this is the support, which is turning resistance. From that level there is a very strong rejection on EuroCAD. I think that as with the weakness on CAD, on euro, we could see that EuroCAD might coming down, because CAD is naturally a bit stronger at the moment, and that could lead EuroCAD to come down. Okay, we can see that. Yeah, there is a potential for EuroCAD. If we look at the bigger picture from the monthly, as the monthly candle closing on EuroCAD with a long wick on the monthly, we could see that EuroCAD is potentially coming down. Now if we look at the weekly, from the weekly perspective, after moving to that zone, we see that EuroCAD started to drop. Now looking at the daily, I don't know why it's showing a big gap here. In other time frame it's not showing, guys. You also can see that same gap on the trading view. So on the lower time frame we don't see that. So EuroCAD here, this is the resistance, support, turn resistance, and EuroCAD quite a few times of manipulation here and series of lower high. Last session we saw this long bearish engulfer, and I think that EuroCAD may continue to drop in that direction. If we look at euro dollar, from the bigger picture, from the weekly, also it touched the daily 20 MA. Okay, so euro dollar, it's not showing a very clear direction. Let me quickly jump on to other instrument. We see that very good volatility in AUD USD, as there is a news coming later tomorrow. Okay, so Euro NZD also showing bearish price action. If we look at the daily and this one, okay, let me see that. I'll just quickly look at all of them, as there's a 4-hour candle closed. Okay, let's look at, in the meantime, US30. Okay, I see that currency pair that still there isn't bigger opportunity. JPY pairs, we might see that. So let's quickly look at US30. Now US30, you can see that it's a long-term bullish market. Okay, so if you look at the daily, we can see that US30 from the, I don't know, I'm feeling too much thirsty today, maybe because of the humidity. I'm in a new city where there is a bit colder. Okay, so we see that US30 on the daily, it's a bullish market long term. If you look at the monthly on US30, which is closing in a couple of hours later from the monthly on US30, and this is a strongly bullish market structure from this double bottom, and then had a strong breakout. Now this consolidation here on US30 is a very strong structure, and I think that US30 may continue to rise to the upside, and we could see that US30 even heading to this resistance line, highly likely. If we look at the weekly, this is the weekly price action on US30 with this, very strong liquidity gap here. This is a massive bullish engulfer. This kind of bullish engulfer manifest in all the time, you'll see, because it's quite a few times up and down, and that's why the patience comes. That's why we discuss the trading psychology, being patient. Being patient is, in fact, is a journey. When I begin my trading, I would say that I was the most impatient trader possible, but over time, the only thing that I was passionate about, that I will not quit. The rest of was I was impatient, but over time it becomes, because how our brain works is experience and feedback. So otherwise it's sometimes very hard to program that way. So for example, when let's say you are an impatient, and then suddenly you have taken a trade that didn't go well, and then you realize that the trade didn't go well because you were impatient. And once you realize that, your brain get a feedback is that the experience is not good, so you realize that, okay, I have to be patient, and in the next trade you see that you're gonna be like that. And it's a trial and error. This is how the human mind works. Some of you may be very intelligent, will be able to pick very fast. Most of you, not some, most of you. Some maybe take a little time, but today or tomorrow everyone will be able to do that. Here, the main goal is to remain like a glue, sticking to the trading, not quitting. And there is a saying that you are successful as long as you are not quitting. So it's the key points here. I did a lot of research on how many percentage of trader really remain in the market for how long. And it's you'll see that the traders quit very early, very fast and very early, and that's the main reason why trading has so many many traders are not being able to profitable, is because of this. It's quitting early. It's not that, say, every one of you had an enormous potential as a trader. Because of that, highly likely that you guys has come to trading, because something we attract, we feel like that we are made for that, and then we do that. But here is a very strong belief that you can do it, and then you don't quit it and you're gonna make it. That's how everything works. So this is where the patience comes. This is where you started this conversation. Is you see that this is the weekly chart, and you're not gonna be patient for a week, definitely, but the same kind of price action you'll see in lower time frame also. When you see that a drop, and after this drop, okay, so a group of trader might say, okay, there is a bullish move, the price has come down to the support level, so highly likely the market will go up. I'll go long, right? Stop loss, let's say here, let's say from here you bought, stop loss here, and the next candle has come and hit your stop loss. Now once it hit the stop loss, there is a bullish engulfer. It's a very strong bullish engulfer. It has crossed the low, crossed the high, had a full body green, and then the next one has come, and then you can see that this bullish candle has even crossed the previous ones. So this is the strongest. So this is the strongest bullish engulfer that has also crossed the 20 EMA, and this one also our TF strategy is being satisfied here. And that's where we saw this big move happen, because those who were mostly patient has taken this big move. And that's why it is important that developing patience or trying to be patient is the most important part of trading psychology. And some of you already discussed about that, so we'll be talking more on that topic on trading psychology. Now you can see that US30 on the 4-hour time frame, because it's a long-term bull market, it is in a bullish trend. You can see that creating series of higher high and higher low, and then what we saw, a breakdown. Now if you remember exactly in our previous New York session live, if you remember, you can go back to the previous New York session live, scroll, because it will help you to really synchronize the information and to understand actually how the things happen. It will help you. So this is what I discussed, that is what I remember that I discussed. I'm not gonna go long on US30 because it's at the top. I want to wait for a local breakdown, and then look, and you can see that in fact from that zone, this is what I talk about, that local breakdown. Now this is a local breakdown. Do you have any confusion about the local breakdown, guys? Let me know in the live chat, so we'll discuss more. Don't hesitate to ask any question. When you ask more, I also learn a lot of things from you when you ask questions. So you can see that with this drop, this is a local breakdown, and from that zone we saw this started to move up again, and that's why trend is the most valuable thing as a trader that we use. Trend is your friend, okay, always, as long as you are trading. So very important. So now where we can find potential trading opportunity here, you can see this is US30, it's the break, and then the price is creating series of higher high and higher low. So you can see the price, in fact, from 10 and 20 EMA, okay, separated from each other. The price is above this level, couple of dodges, the price grab liquidity, and from this zone we see that the market is heading to the upside, and any kind of liquidity grab will give us another entry on US30. Okay, so we'll be looking for entry on the liquidity grab, and highly likely that we could see US30 is moving to the upside. Give a big thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't done yet. So also, if you are looking to join a regulated broker, we recommend regulated broker to trade, because when you trade on a regulated broker, use capital in the safe hand. And our recommended broker is Trade. They are regulated, and also I'm giving a link in the live chat. You can use that link, click the link, and then register for free, and then you can start trading with a regulated broker. So link given in the live chat, you can use that. For those who already joined, registered, you can start trading with even a smaller account. When you trade with a regulated broker, deposit withdrawal is very, very easy, and you start your journey with a broker that that you can trust. So let's look at now on the chat. GBP AUD, yeah, gold, thank you for that. Risk management and profitable strategy, very good. Euro NZD, I'll be looking at the chart. I think we discussed it, we'll be looking at again. And euro dollar, yeah, I'm very patient to enter a trade when trade comes to my criteria only when I jump on to pray. Very good point. That's a very good sentence, Mohammed. Very good. FXCM data issue is the reason for the gap. Okay, yeah, that's more often it happens. Very good. Awesome. Very good to hear that you are a consistently profitable trader. Can you look at platinum, palladium? It is nice price structure. Okay, I'll be looking at that. Thank you for that. Euro dollar, GBP CAD, coach is gold gonna go down again. Gold, there could be, because there has been significant movement. I'll go back to it. Gold, please. Kinga, welcome back. I hope that everything is going well with you. Please explain more on local breakdown. Okay, euro dollar, please. Yeah, absolutely, we'll be looking at that. Gold is going to rise to its, okay, thank you. Dollar yen, coach, how many years you have been trading? Oh, I'm trading now almost 10 years, nearly 10 years. Thanks for asking that. Prediction on gold, Euro NZD, Gbpusd. Today is the end of the month. Do you think that institutions will drop the price today to compensate for the fresh buy tomorrow so they can buy at a lower price for gold? Okay, I'll be coming to that point. Very good point for me about trading. Okay, Usdjpy, thank you. Thank you, no problems, Kangia. Okay, so a question from Malik. Course, today is the end of the month. Do you think that the institution will drop the price today to compensate for the fresh buys tomorrow? It could be that they compensate for a fresh sell tomorrow also. So yeah, the reason is, at the end of the month and at the end of the week, in any time period, the market is a bit more volatile, which is a very common phenomenon in the market. The reason is, there's a lot of things involved in it. There's a lot of prop trader also has some obligation to close their positions. That brings a lot of volatility in the market, so which is good for us as a trader. All right, so we need the volatility by this way, that way, because when the market doesn't move, in fact, we can't take good trades, isn't it? And most of the time you will see that the market follow the rules, like follow the structure, follow the pattern when the market is volatile. Even you will see that when there is a news, the market in fact follow the pattern. It becomes a bit faster, but it follows the pattern. So that's why in a situation where when the market is volatile, you'll see in majority of the time it goes in the right direction. So it is important to watch out. I think that the way I see gold now, we'll go back to the other instrument as well. The way I see gold is that highly likely we could see that gold is going up again. This is what, in fact, this is what I expected, predicted, and from that level you see this is coming down here. Now this drop highly likely we could see as a pullback, but in case if it has a bigger drop on the lower time frame, definitely we'll be looking at something to enter. Okay, any trade coming along the way will be jumping on it if it satisfies the rules of our strategy. So quickly I'll be looking at the JPY and CAD, pairs of CAD getting stronger. See that Euro CAD, this is what we discussed. There is a bearish engulfer on Euro CAD. See, this is what I was talking about, right? Definitely will be opening positions if the trade coming along the way. And also I will request you, every one of you request you to also focus on learning and growing as a trader. The best thing in trading is that even regardless of your age, either you are very young or you are very old, anyone can learn and grow as a trader. You know why? Because there is a saying that from a famous artist, that a picture worth of thousands word. Because picture or pattern, this, let's say there is no letter, there is no alphabet, it's just a pattern, and pattern is what we are very, it's a very primitive language that we can understand. Why? Because if you go back, let's say 10,000 years, 20,000 years old, where there was no language, isn't it? There was no alphabet. How did they communicate it? By picture? Because it's our subconscious mind operates in picture pattern, what I can say. So that's why it is very easy for anyone, either science background or commerce background or without any background, can understand trading. That's why because it's a kind of non-verbal language, that or non-written language, to understand how the market, you see that something you can understand from the pattern. That's why it's much easier. So if you look at that's why I encourage you also to focus on learning as a trader. Believe that you can do it, and you can do it within a very short time is possible. You see that EuroCAD, just simply when you look at some of the things, for example, look at this EuroCAD chart here. What do you see? It's a trend, right? Very simply, okay, you can see that it's a simplest way to understand the direction is downtrend. So this is what I do when I look at a chart. Every time when I start my trading, I start with a beginner mindset. So beginner mindset is very, very important. But when I start my day, I forget everything what I saw last night, yesterday, what happened, and I start as a fresh look in the chart, which is the beginner mindset. Now, once beginner mindset means I don't understand anything, so I look at everything. I ask myself which way this market is going. Is it an uptrend or downtrend? How do I know? Because there is a very, very easy chance to convince ourselves to take a trade. This is how our mind works. So it's sometimes hard for some traders to trade, is because we don't want to think much. There is a saying that the hardest thing in the world is to think. So this is why thinking is very, very important. Why? Because our mind is very good at tricking ourselves, brain and mind. There is a reason behind it, is that, see, when we think based on our emotion. There is always some kind of emotion going on inside us, any kind of emotion, and it's a very natural part of human being. So based on the kind of emotion we are going through, we think in terms of that emotion, and we try to project that emotion anywhere we see outside of ourselves. So that's why it is very easy for us to get distracted from what we see on the chart and take a trade which is not there. So that's why this is how I learned that over and over, drawing on the chart to make sure that it's in a downtrend. So when we see that this is in a downtrend, how do I know? Creating series of lower high and lower low. So it's in a downtrend. Now I understand it's in a downtrend. Now the next thing is where the price in relation to the downtrend. Now you see that there is a downtrend and there is a break to the upside and then immediate rejection. So last point of that impulse and the correction, price has reached that previous support and resistance here, created series of lower high, and the last candle that we have seen on EuroCAD, which is a bearish engulfer, which crossed this green candle's high, closed as a bearish engulfer with a long wick at the bottom. So that's how, and also the price is below the 10 and 20 EMA. So this is where we see that EuroCAD from the higher time frame, lower time frame perspective, which is a bearish price action. So I think that if you look at bigger picture from the weekly on EuroCAD, there is a long wick at the bottom, and highly likely that this price will try to break this weekly low. As it started to drop, we might see that the market again coming to this support level on EuroCAD, so which could give us significant movement on EuroCAD, and any kind of liquidity gap from this level can give us an entry opportunity. I think that we could see this trend is maintaining and dropping back to this baseline on EuroCAD. So this instrument is currently, for me, it's potentially bearish. So let's quickly go to the gold again. Before we go to the gold, let me see guys how you are doing. Thank you for that. Banu, so what's your update on profound? Yeah, okay, yeah, it will be long, it will be coming very soon. We'll be announcing. Definitely you guys will be get a great opportunity there. It's coming very soon, hopefully that in 2 weeks time. Good afternoon, thank you very much. Again, okay, ATR we'll be discussing. For ATR I will be releasing a separate YouTube content also on ATR, how you can use, how I use. Also ATR is a very delicate indicator. It gives you a very valuable information when you look at ATR indicator. So you can access all this content that I will be releasing this weekend. Also some very valuable content coming up I will be releasing on YouTube, so make sure that you guys stay subscribed. When you subscribe and press that bell button, you will see everything on your dashboard on your homepage. So I'm gonna pause for 2 seconds. Everyone have time to do that. Smash this like button and also subscribe to the channel. That's awesome, thank you for that. So what your update? Okay, what do you think? Can gold fall even 940.99 or Lee? Very good question. I think that you see on the monthly close, okay, gold is going, so monthly close is really important, all right, because see how the monthly close is closing is crucial. If we see that the price is closing above this monthly resistance, here is the monthly opening and closing, and once you see the price is crossing that high, closing as a bullish candle, there is a chance of further movement to the upside. But at this point, I think the point will be the price at least will be hitting that 1979 1980 level, and from that zone you could see that at that reversal coming up. But at the moment I think that highly likely we could see gold is hitting that 1967, currently 1967 1980 level, and even it could continue to rise based on lower time frame price action. Okay, the way we saw that movement, which in fact is heading to the upside. Okay, so gold is, you can see it's it's moving to the 15 minutes candle. So it's locally it's showing a very strong bullish market. This moment we see that it's a strongly bull market at the moment on the lower time frame. Okay, so guys, this is a really incredible things that the trade. This is the also a very good advantage of being in the currency trading, or rather than other instrument. Let's say if you are a stock trader, for example, there is a, or when the price is dropping, losing money, but it's a very good example of trading forex. Now you can see we had a trade from here, and from that zone we saw this massive move, and once we close the sell position, we open a buy position, right? And if you go back to that, this will really help you to understand. And I have updated on the VIP about this trade. We have closed at 1600 points, but in fact it's going in that direction, exactly to that point. So just to give you an idea how the trade was posted, this is the trade that when we finish the NY session live, you can see the entry stop loss. So this is where we have opened from this place, exactly here. Okay, and we had a 6 to 1, but we closed at 3 to 1. 3 to 1 is an incredible risk to reward, and in fact it's going to that. So our TP target was 1971, which is almost there, 1971.72. So let's see now. I want to see another trade to enter. So tomorrow is the candle close. What do you see? That monthly, basically the price, highly likely we could see that monthly close coming as a very strong bullish candle. Okay, let me see. Your psychological and is just enjoyable and very important for me. Don't miss your analysis even when I'm not trading. Keep up. Thank you very much. Nor, it's really your appreciation is my, all of your appreciation are really my energy to work. Thank you for that. I really appreciate your support, and thank you. Euro-dollar, please. Thank you very much. Yeah, Adventure will be looking at that. I can see the trades, trade running. Yeah, we closed our trade with the gold trade. We closed early today with 1.5%, and from that point we saw that reversal. Dollar yen, yeah, we'll be looking at that. So we'll see now some of the pairs, euro dollar and dollar yen, AUD CHF, and then we'll come back again to the gold. As it is started, it's moving to the upside. We'll see that coming again. Okay, so let me look at the dollar yen. Also you see the USD NHS. Okay, looking at dollar yen from the daily. Okay, so dollar yen, as you know that this is a long-term bull market, no doubt about it, very strongly bull market, and this is a very strong local breakdown. All right, and with that local breakdown we saw this again, the market started to move to the upside, and very highly likely that dollar yen will reach that resistance zone now. Okay, this is an important resistance level here on dollar yen, and this movement on dollar yen, you can see this is a very strong move. And when you see a very strong move, and that move in fact break a very important swing level, which is a sign of reversal. Very simple. And this is why we had this gold trade. See, simplicity is the key to succeed in anything. Very simple. When you see that very important level is hit by a long candle, highly likely the price will have a reversal. I don't know why so dollar yen, this is a very strong movement, sharp move without any pullback. So especially when you see a move without a pullback and hitting that important level, you could see that again sharp rejection either to the upside or downside, like that. So dollar yen hit that movement with this massive drop and formed double doji, which where you saw this price started to move to the upside. Now as it is trending now, it will be a very good place for an entry. I'm just waiting to find a very good liquidity candle on the lower time frame, on the 4 hour. As you can see, this is a manipulation candle, a long weak candle. Highly likely the price will come back here to retest this level, this resistance, turn support here. This is where we'll be looking to find an entry opportunity on dollar yen. So any kind of pullback to this level, and I think dollar yen will be very good trading from this level to this. If we can find a right entry point, we can take 5 times. Okay, we should be able to see at least 250 pip up to the upside. So along the way we should be able to find an entry opportunity on dollar yen. So you're very highly likely we'll see that. And any entry coming along the way we'll be looking to find. I want to see that local breakdown. We see already a very strong liquidity candle. As the market is volatile, highly likely we'll see that the price is coming down here again and then going to the upside again for another movement. So dollar yen is bullish. Let's see, and very interestingly, see, this is the weakness on yen, because you see that gold is very strongly bullish now, and dollar yen also showing bullish. So is the weakness on yen is the key points here, right? So let's see, it's good when you see the market trend like that. Anytime there is a lot of trading opportunity, which is good for us. We need that volatility. Any trade coming will be looking to enter. Just be patient. You saw that sometime we have to be patient. We didn't open any trade on our FOMC live, and next day we had a massive trade, back-to-back 2-3 gold trade winner. So this is the key points that you need to keep in mind. The day you don't have a trade, keep your trading account safe and secure with you. The day you have a trade, also keep your trading account safe and secure with you. Make sure that you give a big thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and you can join us to learn risk management. As you can see, I do provide a lot of updates. That's how you can learn also. See, the updates that I give is about the trade management, about trade closure, trade opening. That will help you really to see how I'm managing the trade. Because in this live session we do a lot, but it's a time limit. But if you're on the VIP, even if you have a full-time job, you can still follow everything, because all the trades is sent with a stop loss, entry and take profit target, and you can go through the strategies, all the courses in your own time. So this is a a very good call for you. You can join. There's a link in the description area. There's a first link below this video, and also link at the top of the chat. So you can click the link and then register for free, start trading with a regulated broker. So there is again another spike on gold. As I mentioned, it's gonna go to that 1980 level. Okay, very highly likely. Okay, so looking at AUD USD, as AUD news coming tomorrow, that's making also gold very volatile. I think Aussie dollar highly likely will see that going to the resistance line. Any entry on Aussie dollar also will be opening. How much can go? Okay, gold, I think that gold, we see that already moving to the upside. We can expect it to reach at least 1980, and then I think it might remain bullish, or we could see reversal from that level. I think highly likely to see that gold is hitting that 1980 level in this move. Right, so let's see. Jason, when will reverse? Okay, when will gold reverse? Okay, gold reversal is until you see the price action confirmation. It might be very hard to say when it is reversing. As long as it's maintaining the trend, I think we can expect it to move up. The only way we'll know that it's reversing when we will see that reversal pattern has happened. And then, so going back to the reference that we had discussed in the beginning, so let me tell you exactly what do I mean by when we'll see that reversal. You see that we discussed a couple of minutes ago, this is where we open a live trade, you remember, on gold from here, stop loss here, and we took the TP target and then we extended further, which has given us in fact trade. Now before opening the trade, I was on a buy trade, so I just opened that buy trade is here. So until that the trend is up, this is an uptrend, okay? So we open that buy position, and then just in, it's a 5-minute chart, so you can see this is 5-minute chart, and just with this rejection that I know that okay, that's highly likely we'll see that reversal. But until that, before this candle, it was in an uptrend. So this is how, when the market will reverse, that will give you a sign that you can understand that there could be reversal. Now as you can see, gold is in this bullish move. All right, so until we see this maintaining that bullish structure, we can expect it to remain bullish. But when you see that the market is reversing, it will show that reversal pattern that you can highly predict, which is high probability that it's gonna happen. But until that, so we need to wait for that to happen. I think that we could see that further move might reach that 1980 level. There is another way you can understand the reversal is, as I mentioned, when you see a very important level, a key level is being hit by a very long candle. How long is long is based on the ATR. So if you see that 2 ATR or more is being hit an important level, we'll see that the market will reverse from that level. You can see that the price in fact touched that, and we could see continuation or reversal based on how it is forming the price action here. Right, so let's see. We love trading, so we'll keep watching by not being bored. Boredom is a big struggle for trader, I know that. That's why always I keep everything entertaining in every aspect, so that boredom is not coming along the way. But it might be, all right, no one can avoid some kind of boredom. So the best way here is to remain, I would say that discipline is the key. When you are disciplined, you can achieve anything in life. Being a trader, being a profitable trader, see, being a profitable trader is a big freedom. Either you are trading in your own fund or you are trading in a funded account. The only thing that I would say that if you can keep your emotion aside and then keep trading, keep working, you can become a profitable trader, which is very likely to possible. Emotion is a big barrier of doing that, but only in the beginning. Over time, everyone can become familiar with it, and there is a reason behind it also. As I mentioned, that look, this I also I came from a background where no one knows trading, no one knows how to trade, even no one knows how the currency trading works. And I know that many of you in the same boat, that you do trading and no one has any idea. So in my situation, Neither my family, neither my friends, no one knows what is trading, so I didn't have any support. Instead, I had resistance, and I had to overcome the resistance on the trading as well as resistance outside of trading. It comes down to being committed and being, it's like there is a saying that I'll do or I'll die like this. There is a story, a smaller story, though it's a bit more extreme, but let me tell you that story, then you'll understand that how I became a profitable trader. So there is a long there's a war. It's like a story, it's not real something, but just to explain people how it should be to achieve something. So the captain has 600 soldiers, and he went to a war where he had to cross a big ocean with this 600 crew, and he went to fight with the opposition. And once they landed from this ship, they saw that the other opponent has 6,000. Okay, now how can they fight the 600 with the 6,000, right? It's a very difficult. So the captain burned all his ship, and now they have only one option, is to win or what happened. And ultimately they have won, because in their back of the mind they know that they have to win, there is no other way. But they have a option to go back, so they have gone back, because they are in the back of the mind, there is an option, they will go back. But I don't recommend it to, it's a kind of attitude, but I don't, I would recommend to stay flexible and I would say that loving to and caring to yourself and everyone. It's just an extreme example, but the best ways that I found is the middle way. It's like being committed, like being very committed, and sometimes you need to lose it. Okay, let it go, and then you restore the energy and then do it again. And if you feel like you are burned out, instead of quitting, maybe you just let it go, release it, tension. It really powerful, trust me. Whenever you feel like that is very hard, you're not gonna do that, say to yourself, I'm not gonna do that, I don't need it. Like, lose it. So what will happen when you release it and you lose it? That resistance is gone, and next day you will find new energy to do that. It's a very powerful way. Whenever you feel like that, let's say you feel like, shit, it's so hard, I can't do this, and then you start to think that, no, I have to do that. You say that, I don't have to do that. Okay, lose it. Once you lose it, the importance will drop, because according to quantum physicists, anything we give too much importance will create a very difficult for us to achieve it. This is the truth. For example, that's why you'll see that people who grow up in very poverty, who has a lot of struggle for finance in the very early age, they're difficult to become rich, is because they give too much importance on that wealth. So what happens is that when you give too much importance on the things that we want to achieve, we create a inhomogeneity in the energetic field, and the nature's balancing force will not let you to. So you need to go against the nature, in one word. And at the same time, if you give too less importance, also it's very hard to achieve. So it's a balance between effort and effortlessness. It's a kind of practice that you can, once you just one thing you can keep in mind, whenever it feels like it's burning out, is very difficult, say that I don't need it and forget it. Make it a bit loose, and the next day you'll see that you got energy again, and then do it again. That's how you become, because main goal here is not to learn, not to trade, but not to quit. Because when you burn out, you might quit, or you might do something that will force you to quit. So it's a very restoring your balance, restoring your energy, and then try again like this. And everyone can do that way. So okay, so let's quickly look at now on gold. Is we saw that movement. Alright guys, so let me see the live chat, how you guys are doing. Thank you very much. Coach news game, Forex factory. There was a news. I think news is tomorrow most likely. Calendar. Yeah, news is tomorrow. That means today. It's just 12 a.m. in my zone. So it's AUD news. 12:30 p.m. All right, we'll be doing the live after the news. And then tomorrow USD. So very volatile day coming as the monthly candle close, new month, NFP week. Okay, so we saw that gold has closed this long candle on the 4-hour. Now it is very important to see how the price is reacting to this level. Okay, so we saw this candle close. Let me see how it has done on US30 and NASDAQ. Okay. Okay, so EuroCAD, as we discussed earlier, it's coming down. I think that it's gonna continue to drop in that direction. And this is the weekly candle on EuroCAD. Highly likely we could see that drop. AUD CHF, Derek asked for AUD CHF. Let me see from the bigger picture, weekly and monthly. So monthly candle closing AUD CHF as a bearish candle, and if we look at the weekly, we can see that weekly price action, there is a very strong drop, has gone up for a pullback If we look at the daily, we can see that daily so far significant movement to the upside. I think that AUD it's a long-term downtrend. It is a long-term downtrend AUD and yeah, we see that from this resistance we could see coming back to this neckline, previous resistance and support. From the weekly, yeah, we saw that so far it's a very strong drop, but as we see this week so far has gone up to this 50% of this long week candle on the weekly. We might see now a bit more downside on AUD. If we look at Aussie yen, completely different picture because of the weakness on yen. Aussie yen also, so all the yen pairs currently very good for trading. I'm waiting for an entry after a pullback. AUD NZD also showing potentially downside. So I'll just quickly look at all of them. Euro CAD, you see, okay, euro dollar, you can see that this is the, so far it's not a closed candle, but as we see that gold is getting stronger, right? Euro dollar might be moving to the upside. Now you can see this is a bullish engulfer followed by a doji. The price grab liquidity here. Now it's moving to the upside. If we look at the monthly price action on euro dollar, we see that so far bullish candle. Now this monthly candle has a long wick at the top, has come down well below. Now we see that again trying to recover some of the sell that's happened. If we look at the weekly, also we saw from this weekly close, this is the previous resistance and support. Euro dollar trying to move to the upside. I think that from bigger picture, if we look at the price is trying to move up, and as you can see it failed to drop to create a new lower low. I think euro dollar now might move to the upside again, as there is a new monthly coming. This 4 hour, if this one is closing as a bullish engulfer, as here is also a bullish engulfer. This is a textbook bullish engulfer, doji, another bullish engulfer. So I will euro dollar will be one of my first priority for potential buying opportunity. If I see suitable entry, then I'll look for bullish opportunity on euro dollar and gold. And euro with the dollar, AUD USD, euro dollar and Gbpusd, all of them moving in the same direction. Now you can see Gbpusd after crossing all this low forming a doji. Now this candle is still 3 hours to go. This one also forming bullish market structure, and highly likely that we could see that Gbpusd continuing to the upside to create a new higher high. So all of them looks, we can see that clean price action now at the moment on all of them. Looks like that they are picking up. After we see further confirmation, when it satisfies the rules of the strategies, we will consider going long in all of them. And give a big thumbs up any trade coming along the way. Definitely I will be sharing with you also. Also you can join us if you want to stay connected with all the content that we have, all the strategies, all the trade that we am sending, like this gold trade and all other instrument. You can be part of that. Join us. There is a link in the description area. you can visit the website, and then once you are on the website, you can click join now button, and you will be able to access all the trading tools, all the trade that I am opening, and also be part of the VIP chat group. Any question, don't hesitate to ask. The live agent IJ is there. She will be able to help you any question that you have. So with that said, guys, still a bit more patient. Still New York session remaining. I will be trading until the end of the New York session. Any trade coming along the way, definitely I'll be looking at. Looks to me that from this session, what we saw that there is a potential for gold to go up. Already we have seen that upside. Euro dollar, AUD USD, as news is coming tomorrow, could be strongly volatile. Based on the price action, I will be looking to enter a position. Most likely we could see that gold and euro dollar Gbpusd is moving to the upside. And with that said, thank you very much for joining the live session. I hope that you enjoyed this live, and as this is NFP week, guys, stick to the channel. There is a lot to take from here. If you really want to be a profitable trader and learn proper trading, you can stick to the channel. I'm sure that you'll be faster 10 times than anything else to be a profitable trader. Thank you, and I'll see you very soon in the next live coming up tomorrow twice. And also if you're on the VIP, I'll see you very soon.